agents, and it's been about 2.5 years. Every single person told me to not start my own company. And when everyone said no, I took that as a hard yes.
What is going on today? Oh, are we doing a sales huddle?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
now, I'm competing against huge companies, majorly funded companies with billions of dollars. And then me, by myself. Right now, we are the number 6th brokerage in New York City. But I don't want to be 6th at anything. I want to be first.
Yeah, I just want to call and say I love you. You'll probably be in bed by the time I get home. I'm going into our sales huddle. Do you have any advice for me?
If I buy zero nonsense with running the brokerage, I eat here and there, sleep sometimes, work out, pay attention to my wife so that she knows that I still exist, and try to be a dad at the same time.
This says sewer. You know what's in there?
Do we really have to teach her that lesson?
Am I even alive right now?
Love you guys again. It's good. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a minute. I like the shades.
So weird how many people like I don't know here.
I've bet my entire life, my house, and every single dollar I have.
Oh, God.
I'm self-funded here on the success of this business. I walk the plank by myself every day. If this doesn't work out,
Hey guys.
there was no plan B.
Oh, I still can't get the chat up on my screen. I don't know what's wrong with it. How is everyone?
So it has to work. Hello. We say we need a bigger boat. Excuse me.
I don't think she landed yet. I've landed now. I'm alive. The jump was amazing, Jamie. Yeah, it was so good. So good. I want to do it again.
Listen, here's how I want to start. We have a packed slate. There's a lot that we want to get to. It's a beautiful day, right? The Knicks are playing a game.
Actually, like now I've sat down. We got back actually, and then I got pizza with my friend, and you know when you're just really tired afterwards. I feel like now I'm starting to feel really sleepy. I feel like all the adrenaline from today is just. I think I'm gonna sleep very well tonight, and probably all day tomorrow.
Some of you who've been with me for the last 8 to 10 years, we look for agents who are incredibly hardworking, have a great book of business. I want multi-million-dollar producers. I want the best of the best to work here. And if you can't sell, you can't be here. You all have been crushing it, by the way. We now just crossed 1.3 billion.
So you going again? I think I will go again. I mean, it hasn't been booked, but I feel like I want to definitely go higher. So that was 10,000 foot. The highest they do in that place is 15,000 foot. I feel like I want to go like 20,000 foot. Because I feel like the best part was the free falling, and because it was 10,000 foot, you only do the free falling for like 30 to 45 seconds. Whereas if you do the 15,000, it's like a minute free fall, and then 20,000, it just goes up and up because the free falling is like the best part. Yeah. And I feel like as well, now I know what to expect, I'll enjoy it a lot more. I mean, I did really enjoy it, but like the bit where we were like sitting, so when the instructor's like behind you, and like we edge towards the edge of the plane, that bit where like you're dangling over, like that's when I think I started to like, I was like shitting it. I was like, shit, this is actually happening. But I feel like now I know what to expect in that bit. I can enjoy that bit a bit more. Like, I think I'll probably look down a little bit more at that part. But when we went up, so there were free plane rides in our sort of group, for the morning group. We were the last plane, and I was meant to be, I was number 8. So I thought it was going to go my friend, me, and then there was someone else on the plane with us as well who was like just doing it herself. And then when we got on the plane, like I was the last one on, so I was like, shit, like does this mean I'm going first? And yeah, it meant I was going first. And I wasn't prepared for that. I was like, that was scary. But I think it made my friend feel better that I went before her. Yeah. Yeah, it feels so amazing, Prime. Like, so good. It was like the best feeling ever. Like, it just felt so like free. Yeah. like I can't actually explain like what it feels like, because I rang my mum afterwards and she was like, oh, tell me what it feels like, and yeah, it's just like undescribable. Like it's just so, yeah, free is the only word I can think of. I found like the scary part actually is like when the parachute went up, and then like obviously it comes to a halt, like that bit just dangling there. I found that scary. I felt like really vulnerable, because I was just like, what if this instructor behind me decides to have a full-on breakdown and just like unclips me? Or I don't know, like I just kept having a feeling that something was going to go wrong at that point. Like during the free falling, I don't think you have time to actually worry. You're just enjoying it. But yeah, when it slowed down, I was just like, that's when I felt, I think, most vulnerable. But it looks so pretty. Yeah. I think I would like to do it somewhere much more scenic. Like it was pretty, but it was just sort of like over like countrysides basically. Yeah. The one I went to, it was all the way in Cambridge, but it's called North London skydiving, whatever. But it was definitely not in North London. It took me, I think it took about an hour and 45 minutes or something to drive there this morning. I love that part. The chute opens and you feel that fog falling to floating quite abruptly. Yeah, that was cool. It was cool, but scary. Yeah. But yeah, I want to do it again. I felt like it was just over so quickly. But yeah, I really, 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 really want to do it again.
Okay. The family, they're all spread across the US and Asia, and they're looking for a really large space.
Hugh Harris. What the hell does that even say, Jamie?
Wow, these views are like...
Yeah, I was at the luck was just over so quickly, bar because Harris. I have no idea. No idea at all.
What I love about this room, and we've set this up as a den, is it's a $250 million apartment, which is still needs your TV room.
Sure, yeah.
You're still gonna live here. You need a room to, get cereal.
Yeah, it was over really fast, but you just want to go for more after that first time. Yeah, exactly. And that's what the guy who I was jumping with said. He was just like, that's everyone's reaction. However, there was one girl who was in the group before me. Apparently, like, obviously I wasn't on the plane with her, but apparently she was like screaming the whole way down, and at the end, like, she was like crying, because my friend was with the instructor that went with her. Apparently, yeah, she really, really, really didn't like it. But I suppose it's not for everyone. Yeah. It was definitely for me. I have no clue. I think I was typing by accident. Reminds me of like when I like type a word and then I just press everything to see what it says, like all the suggested words.
There's indoor pools, outdoor pools, amenities galore.
It's breathtaking. Wow.
So there's 3 floors.
Okay.
And then maybe one of my favorite parts of this home, I mean, they're all this staircase took them years to design and construct. It's the largest single pane pieces of glass in the world. So this is your view as you're coming down with your morning coffee. Oh, you know what I think would be cool? Because I think it might be hard for you to show this on video. Why don't I go to the top there and then you can do your video and you'll see me.
You got to try scuba diving. Do you know what? I did a little bit of scuba diving when I was in Thailand, but it wasn't like proper. I would like to go like, yeah, proper scuba diving. It's actually quite scary. I'm quite a good swimmer, so they were like, oh, do you want a life jacket? And I was like, no, I don't need a life jacket. And then when we went into this little bit of the water, we didn't have oxygen tanks, so it wasn't proper. It was just the, what that one's called? Snorkeling, I don't know, the snorkel mask thingy. Anyway, I was like, yeah, no, I don't need a life jacket. And oh my god, like the current in the water got really strong. Oh, I actually thought I was going to drown. And I think he saw me, like the guy was just like, yeah, she's struggling, so he pulled me back in and gave me a life jacket. But that was cool, but I would like to do it like proper. When you went, did you like go under with like the proper oxygen tank and all of that?
If I put my ping pong table here, would it be
That sounds really fucking cool. It was really cool, Jamie. It was really, really, really cool.
Yes, it would be.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Wow.
So, 1,416 feet in the air, highest terrace in the city. You know, you're basically closer to God up there.
Good starting point.
It's true.
I mean, you could be naked out here.
By all means, please sell this to a billionaire nudist. That would be great. There are only
I grew up with diving. Dad was a professional diver. Oh, that's really cool.
this apartment. And
Yeah, that's so cool.
one.
Okay then, I will try proper diving.
여기가 센트럴 파크
That sounds
지금
awesome.
이렇습니다. 강물도 보이고, 엠파이어 스테이트 빌딩도 여기.
I wish I had an exciting job like that.
빛도 많이 들어오고 굉장히 밝아요.
Yeah, maybe that's what I should do after today. Just pack in the nursing. Just go be like a skydiving instructor. The guy I was doing it with said he's been doing it for 30 years. I think he said, yeah, 30 years. And he does it like full time. And that's just a pretty cool job.
Really influential family from South Korea. They operate an electronic
Sky scuba diving instructor. There we go. That would be my title. That would be my title.
Okay, I mean, I'm just, they're really hard negotiators.
Honestly, if it were up to the developer, we would have priced it at $350 million. At the current square footage,
Okay.
at $250, it's just over $14,000 a square foot. The penthouse of that building sold not that long ago for $20,000 a square foot.
Scuba diving looks scary. No, it doesn't.
Discount per foot. One of my special talents is I have this thing called BIDAR. I can tell you when buyers want to buy, even if they're not even here in person.
I will share feedback with them, and hopefully I could have one of the...
Ocean is scary. I mean, I suppose it can be, but I feel like anything can be scary.
I'll be here. What's different about Kayla's buyer?
Pretty amazing. You should give it a go.
Just be a trophy.
Yeah, I agree.
It's an
Give it a go, Jamie.
And once you get those emotions involved in the sale,
Like, I would try anything once.
from the
Like,
conversation,
because you never know.
you negotiate.
Even if it looks scary, you might absolutely love it.
I'll walk you down. Not down the stairs, obviously. Elevator.
We're celebrating Jordan.
We're celebrating me.
Okay, as always. We're celebrating.
So last
Yeah, exactly, Jamie. Push your limits.
You've done the pasta, right?
Otherwise, you might just be laying there
4%
when you're older and just regretting it. And you don't want to regret anything.
was the previous the vets at Sirhan are
Oceans! Thank you for the gifted sub.
Trisha Lee,
How are you?
Jess Taylor. I think she did a great job. I think they needed something actually.
Hey, Michael. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
And the rookies are the agents that have started relatively recent. We call them pandemic brokers in jest, right? Who got their license during the pandemic. Everybody from Jessica Markowski, Jonathan, Jade, and Chloe.
I want to be doing that. I want to be working like that with Ryan. Do you need it? I want to prove to him that I'm the one.
I'm good, just stopping by. Still working. Oh, okay. Well, I hope that work is going okay for you.
The rookies think that it's going to be handed to them.
Oh, Michael, I'm sleepy but good. On my way home from work. Nice. At least you're finished now.
Some cases,
At least you're finished. Oh, that's the only thing I feel down about. I thought we've had such a good day, but I'm back at work tomorrow. Which is like, not great. Not great at all.
sounds like quite the client. He is quite the client. Jessica's on the listing too. Oh, you are?
I feel like I need a nice 2 weeks off. I feel like I want to go on holiday.
No, this is a townhouse.
I don't know where, just away. Like a nice break.
Because I'm young, I'm new, people are scared of change, and especially success.
If you're having a good night, I'll try and join afterwards and hear about it. All good. Thank you, Oceans. I hope work goes okay.
Celebrities, it's Instagram models, it's Wall Street guys, it's crypto guys. Basically, anyone young would rather work with me if you're young, or the guy over there in the orange suit. It's pretty obvious to me.
I'm back at work Saturday. I'm working Friday, Saturday. So far, I'm off on Sunday, I think. However, that might change. But then I'm off on Monday, then I'm working Tuesday. Yeah. I feel like I want an ice pole or an ice lolly. My mouth feels so dry. That's another thing actually. When I was jumping, oh my god, like my mouth, it was like I can't even do it. Like it was all back like that, and I was trying to like lick my lips and I couldn't because the air. Yeah, God knows what I must have looked like. But that was such a weird sensation. My mouth was just so dry. I don't think I meant for my mouth to open, but I think the air just like forced it to open completely. That was such a weird thing. Hopefully you don't have to work Sunday too. I know, I'm kind of hoping I don't. I sort of said that I wouldn't mind covering a shift, but they haven't said anything about it yet, so I'm sort of hoping they forget. But knowing my luck, I'll probably end up getting it.
This neighborhood just south of Greenwich Village has had a lot of growth in a really short amount of time. And it might have been kind of ballsy, but all I did was cold call a bunch of people in Hudson Square, and all it takes is one person to say yes. Okay, show me everything. I'm so excited. Show me what you got. Just open, bright. It's great.
I mean, I will be very sad when we actually go, but we're starting to see a little change now anyway.
I've seen people's faces with the air pressure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine was doing that. I feel like I've got really chubby cheeks, and I feel like my cheeks were just, I can't even do it here. But yeah, they were just doing a madness. Did you do spins or anything? Yeah, so when we jumped out of the plane, like we went like that, I think. And then when we were in the parachute, it wasn't spins, it was more, I don't know, I suppose it was spins, but not like that way. That way, yeah. Like more like side to side sort of. And then he let me steer it as well. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, he let me steer it. But that was really difficult. Yeah, that was really weird. So I went like left and right, but it was really hard. Like you have to be quite, I'm not strong, I don't know. I just didn't expect it to be that hard to pull. But that was a cool experience as well, doing that. And then they'd made us jump in the morning because apparently the weather was going to get really bad in the afternoon. However, I kind of wish they made us wait until the afternoon because it actually got a lot more sunny in like where we were. When we jumped, it was like a little bit cloudy, but that was kind of cool because like you flew way above the clouds. And then when you were jumping down, like you could see down in between the clouds, but then you ended up in the cloud. That was amazing. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, I've been on such a high all day, so definitely something I will do again. Right, let me get my ice on because I really fancy one.
In terms of the tools they give us to sell your home better than everyone else, and it's using social media, which is followers plus the YouTube. People are looking to us to see.
Yeah, but people who can afford an impressive like this are not necessarily on
You'd be surprised, and I'll tell you why. I have a lot of clients who are influencers and YouTubers. They are the ones making money right now. And I know it sounds crazy, but that's interesting. It's the world looking out. It's the world.
But this has been great.
Ice cream lady. Actually, ice lolly lady today. These ones I'm obsessed with. They're watermelon. Oh my god, I think I've got a hole in my leggings. 1 minute, I need to check this in the mirror. Oh my god, I actually have a full-on hole. No, I like these leggings. so annoying. Oh, that's it. I'm so annoyed. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see? I don't know if you can see it. It's like there. Oh. I know they just look like plain black leggings, but these ones like are so comfortable, and they don't sell them anymore. They're like proper gym leggings. Oh, I bet that was from the jump today. Probably out with a harness, because that harness was tight around my bottom. That's probably done it.
Did I bring a gold spoon by chance?
Oh my god.
I love the cool factor that Brooklyn has.
I see you made dinner. Exactly. Honestly, these are so good. They were on sale, so I've got a freezer basically full of these and the Snickers ice creams. Yeah. These ones feel, I know none of them are healthy, but this one feels healthier. Right, lighter, especially after I just ate an extra large pizza to myself. I feel really bloated. Ventilation. Exactly. Exactly. I suppose we can just say that about the whole, and I won't cry about it. Hey gamer, how are you? Snickers ice creams are so good, and the Mars bar ones are really nice as well. They've also become a favourite. Like the Mars bar ones are really nice dipped in coffee, or in a hot coffee, as weird as that says. Oh, thank you for the resub. But yeah, if anyone has the Snickers one, dip it in coffee, or any hot drink actually, and it tastes so good. The only thing I don't like about this watermelon one is it has, well, I bet them all now, but it has these little things on it to look like the pips in watermelon, and they're chocolate, and I'm eating it, but I don't think that the chocolate goes that well with it. If I eat it first, I'll try and bite it off.
This stove here is an ill-made stove, so it's like top of the line, 48-inch wide, 7 burners and griddle, so you can do any and everything. So it's perfect for a chef that comes in.
All of the stained glass affairs original as well.
And a caramel latte sounds like, yeah, that would be nice. I like dipping it in my vanilla one, but a caramel latte, I think that would be very nice then. No, not dipped in drinks. Look, Jamie, you need to start trying things instead of going against everything, right? Trying to go against skydiving, scuba diving. You gotta live a little bit. Try the bloody ice cream in a hot drink. My teeth always hurt when I eat ice cream. Do you know what? Lately, one of my teeth. I bit into something the other day, really cold, probably ice cream, and yeah, it was like a shock. I've never had that before with my teeth, so I hope I'm not like getting a cavity or anything. I've never had one, so touch wood. For reference, I'm touching the wooden table that you were sitting on.
3.6 million is a really ambitious price for a brownstone in this area. But I want to set a record with this house.
Just being in the neighborhood for as long as I have, I get it. I see the value.
Let's get me some otters. My brand is built around Brooklyn. It always has been. But I don't want to be known as an agent that only sells in one location. Manhattan is like the golden nugget of New York City. So I want to expand my business into Manhattan so I can conquer all of New York. And
I sense that Jamie isn't a fan of diving.
wait, which one's Michael? Me, right?
Well, there we go, no diving confirmed. I feel like now I need to find something else to like meet my adrenaline needs. I feel like I still want to go and do like loads of roller coasters and stuff, but I feel like that was 1,000,000% topped any roller coaster I've ever been on. I So I don't know. I was thinking, like my friend mentioned today about maybe going like and doing a bungee jump, but probably not in England because I feel like it'd just be a bit boring. Somewhere, I don't know, somewhere abroad. But then, I don't know, they're not, like, the drop isn't that high, but then you're on your own, so I suppose that makes it a bit more scary.
Savannah is one of our newest agents. She's a Southern Belle. I saw you
Stage diving, as in like just jumping from a stage like into a crowd.
thrive. And so I told her that
I feel like that probably scares me the most out of all of them things because I feel like I jump and people would just move out of the way. Like, what are you doing? Yes, it's amazing. I'm assuming since it was amazing that you got caught then. Oh, that sounds terrifying.
Because I'm new to New York City, I have to start with rentals.
Hi, Savannah.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
You too. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. This place is gorgeous.
Thank you. This is $8,000 a month. This is the only rental building on the Upper West Side in this location that has these high-end condo level finishes.
Yeah, I would have sucked if everyone just stepped aside. But what was it? Was like you? Was it you performing?
It's collection.
Or was you? Did you just get up on the stage or some random thing and then jump off?
The rental market is really hard right now. I'm working with like 2 million renters at once, just trying to make ends meet, and it's so exhausting. Hi. Nice to meet you too. California king size bed, walk-in shower, secondary bedroom right here.
The 2 bedrooms is nice because I want to have my bedroom and also maybe like an office or a place for all my extra clothes.
Perfect. Okay, so you can use a secondary as your closet.
Yeah.
Perfect. There is a pretty unique
Big festival. Pearl Jam was performing.
radiant heated floors.
Okay.
So you took a risk then. Oh my god, that sounds terrifying.
Here, so I'm feeling it there.
Yeah, this is nice.
I mean, I suppose good if you get caught, like you said, but
I think this was because we were standing there.
I could have easily stayed in North Carolina, but I wanted more for myself. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And I know I can make it here.
like I said, you only live once. Very true. Okay, that'll be the next thing I do. I'm just gonna rock up somewhere on the stage and go off and jump off, crowd surf or whatever. I've never actually been to a festival or a concert or anything. I don't know, it's never appealed to me.
Clip.
What did you do? What did you get me into?
Let's see.
Oh Lord. What did you
Right,
do?
I probably will do, but I've just never done it.
I'm still
Jamie, I've done a small bungee jump. Okay, so you're into the jumps, you're just not into the diving.
like, ugh, I want that to be me.
Hello.
Chloe is squad wife. She's talented.
Plus, they were friendly, helped me onto the stage.
Born in New York City.
Well, yeah, it seems like you were lucky there.
in 6.5 minutes back. So there's.
I'm trying to think if I've ever done a bungee jump. I think I've done like when I was a child. They have like the ones in the kids thing. I did this cannonball thing once. I don't know if that counts as like a bungee jump or I don't know, but it's like a ball, and then 2 people sit in it, and it was at some really dodgy fun fair. I can't believe that my parents let me go on it. I must have only been about, I don't know, 11 or 12, and I was with my cousin, and yeah, you sit in this like ball, and it basically cannonballs you into the air, and that was scary. Yeah, really cool. And my cousin, he fainted, but I loved it.
The entire company all at the same time. So I told Harlan that I've got
This is interesting.
2 top producers,
Okay.
right? And I want him to meet both of you. I don't want the decision about who's going to be on the listing be down to me.
Hold. It's not us together. It's just one of us.
It's one of you.
Okay.
I've really been looking for something.
I used to go to a few festivals, bring a tent and just camp for a few days in the rain and the mud, bring guitars for a late night campfire, drink along. That sounds really cool.
Mr. Queen's little
That does sound pretty cool.
Let's go.
And then you're each going to pitch him as to why you.
Look, at the end of the day, I comes out and
I feel like I've just heard so many horror stories as well, like from
$20 million deal is
sort of some of the girls I used to hang around with and stuff,
in 20
and things that sort of went on. I was just like, I don't know. But I feel like times have changed and sometimes it can be a bit dodgy. Or for girls maybe anyway. I don't know, maybe it's different for guys.
Architectural staircase, spiral, huge space. It's really, really pretty. So, you need to show up, bring your A game, right? Wow him, make the difficult decision for him. Agents hate competition, but they feed off it. Competition fuels greatness. Nile is...
What you're watching is Owning Manhattan. It's one of those property programs again. I just put them on just to pass time, but I actually ended up getting quite into them. I just like looking at really rich houses that I'll probably never be able to afford. I think this one's like $30 million. Like, yeah, so not much out of budget.
Cold calling owners to land a listing in Hudson Square. So, I'm giving her a shot. Big wins.
Only go with people you trust and that you know will have your back. That's very true. Yeah, I think to be fair, one of the worst ones that I'm thinking of, she'd gone with people and I think they basically had left her sort of, yeah, and she ended up on her own, and I feel like that's not a very cool thing to do to a friend.
Jessica's one of the very first agents that I met at Serpent, and it's just so nice to have another friend here. She's from New York City, she's beautiful, she seems very well connected. You know, I want to really learn how to enjoy New York. I'm like so clueless. Last night I went on a date. Okay, how'd it go? And it was a hinge date. Okay. The guy was super hot, like super buttoned up, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Do you want to take a line in the bathroom?" So not so prim and proper after all. I got Uber and got the heck out of Dodge. That's so like traumatizing. What is wrong with the guys here? Welcome to New York City. We have, you know, the good, bad, ugly, crazy. They're all lunatics. When I was single, like, I would say real estate keeps me busy. It's my boyfriend. It keeps me financially okay, emotionally okay. Maybe not sexually okay, but everything else, it takes care of me. So, you know, for now, let real estate be your boyfriend. That sounds great, but real estate is not satisfying me in any capacity whatsoever. Oh no.
We were friends and bad members.
Really hard. I have tons of clients right now. I would love for you to.
I'm assuming them band members.
Yeah. I have this one client who's looking in the downtown.
So they knew how each other's backs. Most of the time anyway.
He's looking for a 3-bedroom.
Yeah, that's good I suppose when you've got people like that around you. But then you don't really have to worry that much. For girls, that goes everywhere, to be honest. That's true.
So far is $3,500, $4,000 a month.
It's sad, really.
Opportunity to work
Yeah.
on a deal with her. This is like equivalent
It is
to
kind of sad.
5 rental deals for me. Put it all together.
Even when I started like running, when did I start that? Like 2 months ago? And I was doing it like in broad daylight, but you still have to like, I don't know. Like, be careful, change up your route. Don't have your music too loud. I don't know. It's just rubbish, and like you're sweating, but don't wear anything too revealing. Ideally, you just want to like go running in like a sports bra or something. It's a bit shit. And now I've got the treadmill because it was coming up to winter, and my mum's still like, don't want you outside. I have to share my tracking with my mum as well, so she knows where I'm going. That is kind of sad. Always bring a crossbow with you. Do you know what? That's where I'm going wrong. That's what I need to do.
It's like every deal like this now is just such a fight. Even if it feels like it's going to work in the beginning, at some
Oh, I could so eat another one. But I shouldn't really, should I? But I kind of want to. I feel like I've earned it today. Right, let me give it 5 minutes and then see if I still fancy one. Because maybe the urge will go.
Stuyvesant and Jefferson, 3-family
Yes, crossbows. Good idea. Okay, that's what I need to get. Then I'll feel good. I like your top, it's very cute. I like this top as well. I don't know what this little thing is, but yeah, I like it. Like a little monster.
In 2 years, it's going to be 110, it'll be 115. All right, let's get it done. Thank you. Oh, perfect. Seriously, the studio's good. Let's do it. You have to take the stairs? No. Oh, thank God. Okay, thank you.
Did you skydive in a vest? No, I wore this, but I wore like I had like a big jumper on over it. Yeah, a very fluffy jumper. Because it was kind of chilly this morning, and when we were up there it's quite cold as well. And then they gave us these big like suit things anyway to put on over. Yeah. And they gave us goggles as well, but oh my god, the goggles were so tight. I felt like I should have taken, I probably have got a picture actually. My friend took loads because one of my friends didn't jump. But we got like a shared Google Drive thing, so I'm just waiting for her to upload them to the thing. And I must have one with the goggles on, surely. I felt like one of the ants from Bug's Life. That's what I felt like I looked like. I felt like it just like stretched my like everything back like that and made them look really like magnified. But I mean, if my mouth felt the way it did when I was coming down, if I didn't have the goggles, I can only imagine how my eyes would have felt. They would have been so dry. Have you seen the guy that jumped 25k with no parachute? No? What? Did he have like maybe one of those? I've seen some people that they use those suits. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, it's like some weird suit that, I don't know, it has, they go like that and it makes it into, what are they called? I'm just trying the most rubbish right now. Like a fly suit or something. Let me see. Yes, winged suit, that's it. Yeah, maybe. Did he have one of those on?
The investment thesis change, or?
No, nothing. I mean, surely not. Naked. I mean, that would be even more of a surely not. Like, how would they land?
Can you get them to change their minds? It's the greatest home of all time. Unfortunately, they're in the past. Okay.
As a guy, you'd have stuff flapping around. Sounds like fun.
Positions or yeah. Let's just get into it. Okay, center up with me. God, everything is great. Everything is awesome all the time.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. Luke Atkins. As in that's his name. Let me Let me look it up. That's mad. Oh wow, yeah, it's first one to come up. Luke Acking's no parachute, 25,000 foot airplane jump complete. Which one should I watch? Let's give this one a go. Now we've got to Google that, Jamie. Literally, I've just done. Oh my god.
Now he's practicing the flip. That's how he'll have to land. He'll have to land on his back.
Land where though? It's like he needs to land on his back. Land on what? I mean, it must be like a bouncy not a bouncy castle, but like something of that sort. Surely. I don't know.
Will be closest to him.
How are they all staying so close to each other? I mean, I'm assuming the people around him. Oh, okay, he had an oxygen tank.
12,000 feet. You'll hear a beep in his helmet. That will tell him he's halfway home.
That's crazy.
Momentarily, we'll see his jump team pull their chutes, and that means Luke is all alone for the rest of the way. At 6,000 feet, he'll get another beep in his helmet.
Okay, I was going to say, like, how does he know where he is, but apparently he has a communication device.
There goes the chutes. Luke is on his own.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that looks tiny where he's got to land. But I mean, no, how is he? I don't understand. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, that broke like a world record apparently. That's crazy. How scary. Apparently the net, it says it's like 100 by 100, like 100 foot by 100 foot, but I mean, that's nothing when you're jumping from 25,000 foot. Like, what the hell? I'm like, he said that last minute he had to turn on his back for it to work. Like, that must be so hard because you don't know how the wind's going to be and whatnot. That's crazy. Wow. I think what's even scarier is he didn't have a parachute on him as a sort of like, as a safety thing. Like, it'd be cool, like, okay, I didn't use a parachute, but he just genuinely did not even have a parachute. So, like, he was either going to make it or he was going to die. That's crazy. Watching about me, you're next. I know that looked pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. See, this is what I mean. I just want to... What's this? Oh, now I'm getting recommended loads of things. Janie, you've sent me off on Felix. Space jump. Space jump. Do people actually jump from space? I didn't actually think that was a thing. Jumping from space. Okay, that sounds really, really cool. Well, let's watch that one.
You're built different. Nothing gets in the way of you finding the perfect fit. Enter your wedge to find the right part at the right price.
It's called, what one am I watching? Felix Baumgartner, Space Jump, World Record 2012. Oh my gosh. Imagine like you went to go jump out, but I don't know, there weren't no gravity at that point. Just floated out the other way. That's terrifying. It says 127,899 foot. I think it's still going up a little bit because it's moving. What the hell? No, that's... Who even thinks to do this stuff?
Your shoot's okay, Felix. I say it again. Item 31. Your shoot integrity is checked. Your parachutes are not deployed. Item 32. Verify cutaway knife. Handle strap is attached and knife in my possession.
Someone that's really bored, I guess. I suppose people that have exhausted their like need for adrenaline, they're like, fuck it, I need to go to space. But then when you've done that, what is there to do after that? I'm watching now. Ugh. I feel so bloated. I literally ate the whole pizza earlier. It was very nice. I had pepperoni stuffed crust with olives, and it was great. They didn't have mushrooms though. I usually like mushrooms as well. But my belly feels like just so bloated. Okay, he hasn't jumped out of it yet. I don't know what's happening. Let me forward it a little bit. I don't want to miss it. Okay, he's just like unzipping himself or... Oh my god, that looks so scary. I think I'd just like, I'd probably faint or something. Love mushrooms. Same. Mushrooms are the best. I feel like when I say this to a lot of people, people don't really like mushrooms. I'm just like, how can you not like mushrooms? They just go with everything. They're so, so, so good. Mushrooms are amazing. I love them in pasta, on pizza, like on anything. Yeah. And olives as well. Only black olives though. And on pizza, black olives are so, so good. Like so good. I'm going around a bit. Oh right, I think he's about to jump. Bell peppers are my favourite as well. I do like bell peppers. Bell peppers are really nice. I like them like in a salad. I'm not keen on them actually I don't mind them on pizza actually. Yeah, bell peppers are tasty. I like baby bell peppers, like the sweet ones. They're nice. Oh my god, he just jumped. What the hell? No, I need to rewind that. I can't even see him at this point where the cameras have like zoomed out. Oh my god, estimated speed 500, it's going up 546 miles per hour. Wow. That is crazy. Oh my god, he's up to 800 miles per hour. Oh, he's just like spinning all over the place. Like, how would I feel like that would just bamboozle me and I wouldn't know what the hell I was doing. Alright, he's so down. I don't know if that means that he's pulled the parachute because I can't really see him, but...
Well, that's very, very reassuring what we've seen there. A high speed drop, and now you can see from the little dot, there's the applause.
The thing is though, if you're doing it from space, like, how do you know where you're going to land? I don't get how it works. I even found that kind of amazing today when I know they're trained to do it and they pull in the directions and stuff, but they managed to like land in the viewing gallery so that the people watching could like see you. I don't know what I was expecting. I was just thinking like you just end up where you end up. Oh wow, he's still free falling. It's been 2 minutes and 20 seconds. 25k at that altitude, you can't even see the net. Crazy, right? Did you watch it? That one was just mad. Absolutely mental. You need to watch this one after. This space one. What's his name again? Felix Baumgartner, I think it's pronounced. Oh my god, I think I see that video of his mum like crying her eyes out. I think I'd be the same. So, you're gonna do it? I mean, I'd be up for it. I think if someone offered me it, I'd be like, yeah, sure. If like this guy, Red Bull, gonna sponsor me, I think I'd 100% do it. I think I'd do it. I think I would. I mean, actually, I don't think I would do the one, sorry, no. I would do this one, the free fall from space. I wouldn't do the one with no parachute or anything because, nah, that was crazy. The space one I think I'd definitely do because I'm pretty sure he has a parachute. However, still mad.
There's the chute. There's the chute.
Okay, he's just let his parachute out. Oh, apparently there was someone that beat him back in the 1960s. Beat him by 0.10 of a second or something. Wow. Of the space one, yeah, I meant without the chute. That one looks a bit risky, doesn't it, without the chute? But I mean, I imagine that would feel really, really cool. Because that's what my friend kept saying today. Like, the free fall bit was the best. And you're free falling the whole way. Like, if I was guaranteed, like, if the net sort of covered the whole of the planet to catch me, then I'd do it. But if it was like a little tiny box, oh my god, no. Like 100 by 100 meters, that's nothing. Crazy, absolutely crazy. A bit risky. Yeah, just a little bit risky, just, you know.
Elated. Tears of joy from mission control.
Okay, that one was kind of cool.
See it.
I actually didn't realise that people jump from space. I think when you'd said it to me earlier, I was just like, yeah, I jump from space. I didn't actually think that was a thing. No parachute. Luke said it. Oh, that's the one that I was watching when it... Oh, so he's got one as well. Let's have a look.
Alright, thumbs up. It got real at this point. Door opens up, everybody climbs out. I'm looking down, I'm looking for the target, make sure we're in the right area. After that, I said to check out the fellas. Look back at John, Andy, Jeffro. Alright, boys, here we go.
Oh my god.
Set, see ya.
The way he just jumps out. It's just the not knowing that you don't have a parachute on. That's just crazy.
Alright, here's what it looked like to me from my chest camera at 25,000 feet. That little white dot on the right is where I'm headed. I can't make out the net, but I know about where
Oh my god. He's showing like, you know, that little net thing. He's showing it like what he can see. I don't know how you can even fathom what is in front of you and how like to even aim for that. Like so much must have gone into that of like knowing exactly where the plane needs to stop, and that's just crazy.
I hand that thing over to Andy, and then I don't have to worry about that thing anymore. I'm back to only focusing on the target.
What's the... If you watched it, did you see, you know the guys that were around him? What was the thing on their feet? Did you see it? It was like smoke.
One last transition to make sure that I was feeling clean, feeling good about it.
It is a thing. I think that's the next one then, Prime. I want to jump from space. Right, maybe I'll start with a 15,000, then I'll do a 20,000, and then I'll just be like, sure, then I'll go to space.
And now I have a 0 ground speed. I know I'm in the net. Not exactly centered. I'm off to the side a little bit.
No, that net is so tiny. I still don't understand how we did that.
Nice clean rollover and wait for the impact.
No, that's just crazy. The smoke, just the easy... Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, maybe like a little rocket, some power or something in them, but then I was like, it's not helping him, so that makes much more sense. Imagine as well, like the net, like he hit the net and that went wrong. So much could have went wrong there. So much. Oh my god, it says risky Red Bull plane stunt goes wrong. Let's have a look at that one. Jumping from a plane without a chute isn't dramatic enough for Lottie. Lottie needs to add a rocket. Ooh, what's this one? Right, so this says risky Red Bull plane stunt goes wrong. 2 pilots attempted to swap planes. Oh. 2 pilots attempted to swap planes mid-air in plane swap. One pilot, Luke Atkins, who was the one that we watched a minute ago, was successful, and Andy Farrington, the second pilot, was unable to enter the plane he was approaching. Both pilots landed safely and the plane's safety mechanisms activated, but the plane was damaged. Let's have a look. That sounds scary. Why is it playing? Oh, you've seen that one. Didn't go as planned. Let's have a look. Wait, so they're actually just trying to swap planes? I don't understand. Why? That is just asking for an accident to happen, surely. I mean, I know it's all crazy, but that just seems excessively crazy. Oh, wow. Oh wow, okay, yes, the other guy didn't do it. At least he had a parachute. Imagine he did that without a parachute. Yep, it's what you do when you don't like your current plane. I feel that's what I can be like on a plane now if I go on holiday. I'll just be like, do you know what? Just drop me up here. There's no airport. It's fine, just give me a parachute, I'll jump out. Do you know what I found really crazy today? I didn't think, like, me and my friend didn't think about it till afterwards. But we went through the whole, like, they do, like, the safety talk and whatnot with you in the beginning. Sort of, like listen to your instructor. Like, if they tap you, what it means and stuff. But there was no talk of, like, in an emergency, if something happens to your instructor, like, what to do. And, yeah, my friend said it afterwards, and I was just like, shit, you're right. They didn't say, like, how to, I don't know, deploy an emergency parachute or anything. If your instructor, I don't know, because emergencies can happen, I guess. I'm glad I didn't think of that, like, halfway up. That would have scared me. But yeah, I thought it was really weird. Unless we just really weren't listening. I do not remember them saying that. Yeah. Well, you can't go back. Very true. I thought they would teach that. I know, I thought so as well. I don't know.
It's start the best agency.
Oh, I'm actually starting to feel sleepy.
Who would sell the best penthouse in the world? And so far, I failed. I take it so personally. But I have to let go of the idea of what I thought I was going to be able to achieve. Because I can't do it all. Cannot do it all by myself. And that is a weird feeling. So I am going to use the resources that I have built around me, and I'm going to bring in my top people. My goal is to take our firm from number 6 to number 1. And you don't get to number 1 by
I only told us not to panic in case something went wrong. My instructor was like, we'll just be back for full schedule. Yeah, that's basically what they said. I think the main rule, it was just like, it was like on the first bit for the free fall, it was just like, don't touch your instructor. Like, I'm not attached to him, but yeah, it's like, don't grab their hands or something like that because they need their hands. Yeah. I was gonna say that I don't know who would grab their hands, but then I suppose maybe if you're scared, maybe the first thing people would do maybe is go to grab something that's close to them.
the biggest developers in the United States, and this is a big ticket item. The asking price on this, as you know, is $250 million. It's the most expensive apartment in the world on the market right now. So this is an incredible opportunity, and I know that I've really worked on this by myself a lot, but you guys are the best of the best. You're incredibly networked.
Only thing I didn't like was how damn tight the harness was. I know, it was really tight. I suppose for a guy, actually, it's probably worse. I mean, you see what it did to my leggings. It's clearly bloody ripped my leggings. Yeah, no, it was quite tight.
Failure is 100%
Yeah.
not an option.
And when you're falling, you can feel it a lot worse because it basically just gives you a massive wedgie.
This listing is now your listing. I want you all to work your networks. I want you to hit the phones. I want you to get creative. The first one to get it sold, to bring a buyer, where we get a deal done, you're going to get $10 million.
just put that other program back on. There's a penthouse selling for £250 million.
Let's see if it works.
And the commission for the person selling it is £10 million. That's crazy.
They're sharks, and when they smell blood, they're gonna
Absolutely crazy.
All is fair in New York and real
I
life.
just saw a redeem stretch.
90% of real estate brokers in New York make less than 40K. And 40K is...
Stretch redeem, Jamie. Oh, that actually felt so good.
Do you know these other CEOs that I know?
have these ups and downs.
As a firm, the stakes are 1 trillion %.
You fucked up royally.
He's looking for you to step it up.
Brian could have brought anyone here to pitch with you. He brought me.
Yeah, pull stuff into all the wrong places. You can avoid it.
Some of us got called Central Park Tower. I have worked my ass off. There is no reason why I shouldn't have been in that room.
How many times is your name on the deal? The city will give you everything, but it'll also take away everything.
I mean, I found surprising because when they put the harness here, so the guy that was like fitting us, he was just like, oh, like you need this bit loose and the bottom bit tight, because that bit needs to be loose, because when you go, you know when you're like jumping out of the plane, you hold onto that bit and you need to like go back like that. He was like, if it's tight around here, then it won't. But then when I was in the plane, so the guy told me to go on the plane first, but he was like, don't sit down, wait until I sit, because I had to like sit in between his legs, and then like I had to like shuffle in, and then he was just like, right, lean back, and then he attached himself to me, but then he tightened this bit really hard as well. So I don't know, when I was like standing up, I felt like I was like crouched over. I felt like it was too tight, but at the same time I was like, I'm not going to question anything, because if he loosens it I'll probably die. So I just went with it.
The first person to sell the penthouse at Central Park Tower gets $10 million.
Did you just say $10 million?
$10 million. Do you want to take it on?
Yeah.
Should we like divide into teams and conquer together? Like how are we doing? So each man on his own.
This is the Hunger Games of real estate. The commission on the sale.
I think he may have just wanted you. Okay, so no, I don't think so.
And I'm giving 4% to the buyers.
I'll probably get a refund if you die though.
$10
Yeah,
million.
I mean at least there's that, eh?
Then we have to find them. So this is an opportunity.
It's funny actually, the form we have to fill out like of everything, like you can't have literally anything wrong with you. It was like every single medical condition you can imagine, like you can't jump if you have it, even down to like anxiety, depression, anything like that. I was like, right, well, let's just say I've never had anxiety then. It was like, if you do, like you need like a doctor's note or something, and then the doctor would never agree, so yeah, crazy.
Jordan March has been in the business, I think, longer than I have. And he probably already has the buyer in his phone and he doesn't even know it.
I did though, actually. What I was happy about though is when I was jumping, so the guy I was jumping with, because like once the parachute goes up, you're sort of just floating for ages. So he was just like, oh, like what do you do for a job and stuff? So I was like, I'm a nurse, and we just got talking. He was like, oh, okay. It's like, you're an NHS nurse. And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, okay, well let me see what I can do. And then I got a refund of 10%. Yeah, they did a like NHS discount, which I thought was kind of cool. I felt bad for my friend because they didn't do it for her, but it was her fault. She should, like, they were like, oh, are you a nurse as well? She was like, oh no, like they wouldn't have asked her. They didn't ask me for ID or anything. And I'm just looking at her like, say yes. She was like, no. So then they couldn't honour hers. But I think they would have gave her a 10% thing. That was nice. I'm not allowed to jump anymore or dive deep, which sucks. That kind of sucks. You just gotta find your frills in other ways. How do you find your frills now?
I'm trying to mentally prepare for this.
You leave here pretty quickly.
Yeah, empathy sucks.
Do you have time for a day then?
Hold up, let me check.
My uncle had emphysema like at quite a bad stage.
Frisky Friday.
Yeah.
This is why I weep. Because you're never around.
I'm around right
Bless him, he
You are never
really
around.
suffered.
If I'd never gotten into real estate,
But he also had like quite a few other things
I
wrong.
would have gone to that Hanukkah party and I would have met you. Wouldn't have this family, you know?
All because of you.
All because of real estate. Amelia's been with me for a long time. I mean, I remember walking into this party in 2011.
My current thrill is holding my urine inside when these cans off of me.
Sold something. Started talking to her.
That's in the lungs, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
She was like, oh, that's so cute. Goodbye. Goodbye. And I'm broken. I don't like hearing that we don't have a deal. So I followed up. And followed up. And followed up. And got her back. 13 years later, it's forever. This month was actually our biggest month ever for sales and for commissions ever in the company.
Cheers to that.
After the first quarter, I was like, oh my god, we're gonna die. But
You know why you're stressed, right?
because there's 1,000 things going on every single day, and I have
That
to
shit.
do all of them.
But you're also...
Did you smoke? Did your uncle get bad?
So
No, well, my uncle passed away, but it wasn't
Take on
the
You have too many
emphysema.
roles. You're gonna burn yourself out.
I like doing deals.
I'm just glad I did all the things I wanted to do when I was younger.
It's just a lot.
That's true. I think that's sort of like why now I sort of want to do a lot of things, because you never know what's around the corner. I feel like I see that a lot in my job. Like people that were maybe like healthy a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, especially like when I work in palliative care.
I don't know if I can.
It's just mad. Like you see people maybe your age or like I don't know, you're just young or any age, just mad. Like
It'll be fine.
people are just fine, and then anything can happen. So you should make the most of things. I did smoke a lot when I was younger. That didn't help.
And like
Yeah, smoking's
for
dangerous.
No, but I feel like that.
Trying to get my mum and dad to give up. I've never smoked. I feel like I've always hated it. I feel like when you grow up around smokers, you either end up smoking or you end up like resenting it. I definitely resent it. I think that's been the best thing since moving out, because even though they didn't smoke in the house, it just stunk of it everywhere still. Yeah. What did he die of? If I'm okay. So he actually committed suicide. That was last year. Yeah, this time last year. It was like the start of September. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't in the end, but he did have like quite a lot of other health conditions, like the lung stuff, and yeah, and I think he'd been suffering with his mental health for quite a few years and stuff, and I don't think sort of COVID helped. Yeah, so that was a bit of a shitty time. That still doesn't feel real, to be honest. He was only 54. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, smoking is bad. My parents both smoked. In a way, it's wild considering that my dad kept on diving professionally until he was over 65. Wow, yeah. I think that's the thing, you know, with smoking. Like, it is bad for you. Like, there's so many studies prove it. But then there are some smokers who are like, they've been smoking their whole lives, and then they're like healthy and stuff in like their 90s or later. And then you got other people who don't smoke and end up with other things. I don't know. I suppose it just depends on how things sort of, different things trigger different things in different people, I guess. COVID ruined everything for me. But it is fun to go small and pretty amazing. Your life does sound like it's been pretty cool. But yeah, no, COVID was really shit. I think it did that for a lot of people. Yeah. Even me, I feel like during / after, like, my anxiety got so bad. But I know, like, yeah, it affected so many people in so many different ways. Like you said, like with long COVID, all of that, it just makes your quality of life just a bit more shit. I mean, I know there's always, like, there is getting better and stuff, but it's just shit how this thing just came out of nowhere and then bang, just ruined so many people's lives. That's so sad. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Suicide is rife, especially in men. It is. I think as well, it's just, I suppose in men, like, a lot of the time, a lot of men don't speak about how they're feeling. So they'll suffer in silence a lot. Which is sad. Yeah.
Completely disappeared. So all of these buildings that were once worth $20 million, $30 million, $50 million are now vacant. So everything's at a discount.
I'm all about taking advantage of, of the cycles in real estate. So
Smart people do. I don't know if you know this, but that's how my father got started. He was the first person to invest in the East Village back in the 70s, and people thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
Now you're like,
who's laughing now, right?
yeah. So, but he did see it.
Yeah.
And it's paid off.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for my clients, but if we're able to come up a little bit, maybe around a 7.5, we can have a conversation with them, and we can see where they're at.
Maybe 7.4 is something I'm willing to agree. This is a real offer. We can close in 30 to 60 days here.
Okay, let me present it. Let's see what we can do.
Make it happen.
Honestly, even though it ruined my life quite a bit, it's also improved my view on life. I try not to wait with things. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think I've kind of had that attitude as well. Like, when I was working on the wards during COVID and just seeing people sort of, like, drop all the time, like, drop dead literally, I was just like, life just isn't guaranteed. Like, it's definitely changed my perspective of just do it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? And when you actually think of, like, the worst situation that can happen, it's really not that bad. Like, and the chances of that worst thing happening are pretty low, usually. And even if they're not, like, it's like you said earlier, like, you only live once. Yeah. How are you coping? I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I'm okay. Yeah, I mean, like, it's sad. I was kind of down last week, or over the last week. But I mean, I was also on my period, so I feel like it was just a mixture of everything. It just doesn't seem real, really. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay. Yeah. I'm alright. Just because he was married, so I try to check in with my aunt, like his wife, a lot. They didn't have any kids or anything. So, yeah, I just try to be there for her a lot. Although she's coping pretty well.
Always. Did you ever play that game when you were growing up in Denver?
Yeah.
Like the floor is lava?
Your mom breaks her back.
That's a different one. Yeah. If you step there with shoes on,
She dies?
you die.
Okay.
Everyone dies. Always just don't ever.
In my opinion, the worst thing isn't to die. The worst thing is to die and realise you haven't fully lived. That's very true. And do you know what? I've looked after a lot of people, like, on their deathbed, and that's sort of the one thing that I hear a lot is, like, they literally just like go for it. Yeah, like the place that I work in, the palliative centre, they have this really big board. If I remember the next time I'm there, I'll take a photo of it. It's really nice. There's no personal information of anyone on there, so I can like share it. But it's like things I want to do before I die, and a lot of it is written by people who are like actively dying, and some of the things on there are just so like, I don't know, just so raw. It makes it like really beautiful. And yeah, you look at it and you're just like, I just actually just need to live more, rather than getting stressed about silly things. I feel like I used to get stressed about stupid things, whereas now it's just not worth it. Yeah, like there's no point at all.
I love everything in here. Truth be told, it's always about showcasing that love for the space. Sales, at the end of the day, is just a transfer of enthusiasm. No one signs a check for $9.5 million while they're crying, unless it's divorce. We'll sell their apartments too. This is the type of listing that we're associated with. Yeah. People hire us because there's a certain standard, I like to say. Yeah. When I look at you, I don't immediately think
Such a good outlook. I suppose working with death makes you realise a lot. I think it definitely can. I think it can do the opposite as well. I feel like it definitely isn't for everyone, like palliative care. Like I've had like agency nurses come in and like pick up a shift, and they're just like, I don't know how you do this every shift. But I feel like, yeah, you have to be like, I don't know. I understand why it isn't for some people.
Just in dreadlocks before, but I'll show you a picture.
you are a badass. These new agents are just, they're just different. So do you want to work on this listing with me?
I do.
But if you want to be a successful company, you have to consistently tap into what's new, even if it feels incredibly risky. In the words of Whitney,
I don't think that I could do it.
children are our future.
I couldn't see people suffer. I think that's the thing though, like in palliative care, like you don't really see people suffer, because that's the whole point, is that you're stopping their suffering. I think that's why a lot of people don't like going into palliative care. Like, I mean, initially, like people are put on the, like in the UK it's called like the CCP, compassionate care pathway. They're put on it to reduce their suffering. So you're not really like, your job, well, like my job would be just to ensure that they're not in any pain. Like if they seem like uncomfortable in any way, just make sure like I'm topping up their, their pain relief and stuff like that. But I do get what you mean. It's really not for everyone. I didn't think it would be for me until I sort of did it, and I was just like, wow, I actually really, really like it. However, like I do palliative in a hospital. I've never done palliative in the community. I imagine like doing it in the community would be a lot harder, because you don't have the nurse there all the time with the extra painkillers and like all that sort of stuff. My dad got euthanized last year. I've never seen anyone die that happy before, human to the last second. It's just like how he lived. He tells their son in the last 2 minutes, hey, you still owe me 50 euros. See, I'm so like, that's something that I'm definitely like for, is euthanasia. It's like a very big talk where I work in palliative, and there are some people who are like dead against it, but I'm totally for it, because like, I don't know, if you're like, you're living and you're suffering, you're in pain, it's, just let people choose. It's like my dog, like when I was younger, my first ever dog, Bobby, like he had cancer and he was like suffering so much towards the end, he couldn't even stand up. And the kindest thing that we could do was put him down. As sad as it was, like he was no longer in pain. And then it was the same with like my childhood cat as well. He had to get him put down, but for the same reason, because he was really suffering. And I just don't see why it should be any different for humans. I feel like, yeah, it's just awful. I feel like I would definitely opt for myself to be, like, to go through that. I wouldn't mind going the same way, to be honest. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'd like to have somewhat control over it. I think, yeah. I think the world is getting better with it. Have you seen those suicide pods? I think they're called suicide pods. I think they're in, where was it? Switzerland or something? Oh, there you go. You know what? I think it's a 3D printer one. There you go. You can print one. Oh, that sounds so morbid. But yeah, like you can print them. I mean, I don't think just anyone can print them. Probably illegal, but let me have a look. I think they're called suicide pods. Yeah, suicide pod. But I was reading something about it the other day, and there's an English couple who are going to go and die that way soon. I think the woman or the wife, she has dementia, or I don't know how advanced it is. It can't be too advanced because she still has capacity. And I think he's like also quite elderly, and I suppose like he was just saying like his quality of life in there, and he was like he doesn't want to like live without her. It's kind of cute actually, but I was like reading loads of things on it, and so many people were just like it's wrong. But I don't know, like I think one of the saddest things I see in hospital is like when people come in when they've been married like their whole lives, and then one of their partners die. Like the deterioration of like the other person a lot of the time is like really bad, because a lot of the time they've probably been married like 50 plus years, and you know, like because people used to be married a long time. I feel like that's not the same anymore. But yeah, I feel like the health of the other person just deteriorates, and I don't know. I feel like if people want to choose to go that way, they should be allowed. Yeah. My dad was very clear about it as well. He was pragmatic about everything, arranged most of it himself, donate his body to science. It was an able thing to do because it was the cheapest option. My friend's aunt did the same thing. I mean, she didn't do she didn't opt for euthanasia, but she was like, to my friend, I just found it funny at the time, don't want you paying for a funeral, this, that and the other. She was like, just opt my body to go to science, just because it would be the cheapest thing, which makes me laugh. But it's true, like all that money spent on a funeral, like I don't think I'd want a big funeral at all. I would just, I don't know, like I just feel like once I'm gone, like I'm gone, that's it. I don't see the point of like a big, yeah, I just feel like it's such a waste of money. Like if it was free for my family, then sure, but I'd hate the thought of like my loved ones spending like money when I'm not even there to enjoy it. Anyway, I'm a very introverted person anyway, so like I feel like I would want something extremely low-key. Just like cremate me and just sprinkle my ashes somewhere. Or like I'd like to play like, or if they did do something big, I don't know, I'd like a prank or something. Like I'll pre-record like my voice, and then I don't know, like the coffin pops open, and like I'd like to scare someone. That's the only reason I'd want a big like funeral, to do something stupid. But other than that, I'm just happy with just blowing my bloody ashes out the window. For my grandpa, it was different when my grandma died. His life started, he really started living and turned 101 last week. See, I suppose it's so different for different people. Yeah. Because I suppose as well, actually, I never thought about it that way. With some couples, maybe I'm not saying this is like their situation, but they might end up being like almost full-time carer for their other half, and then once they die, I suppose, yeah, they're no longer that sort of caregiver. Yeah. I feel like that's another thing I see a lot of, actually. I had a patient last week, and like I think he'd had a stroke. He'd lost function of like his left arm. So he needed help with everything. Basically, he just needed a bottle to wee in. So I was sort of helping him. And one of the things that we ask is like sort of like, how are you coping at home and stuff? He's like, oh yeah, my wife's helping me. She does a lot. Now his wife was the same age as him, or maybe even a little bit older. I think she was like 82 or something, and he may have been like 80. I was just like, okay, that's a lot on your wife, and he was being offered like a package of care, which is like, you know, carers going in just to help out a little bit, and he was just like, no, my wife can handle it. And then like, I don't know, obviously I'm not judging, or like, I can't really say anything, but I was just like, in my head, that's a lot on your wife, because I mean, that night I had 7 patients, and this one patient, like, he required a lot of my time. Like, sometimes it does get a lot, and I was just thinking, that's just one night that I'm dealing with it. And, like, his wife's dealing with that 24/7. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I know, like, when you marry for in sickness or in health and whatever. But I would hate to be a burden on somebody. Like, personally. Obviously, I suppose if I had a partner, I'd want them to want to look after me, but I would also hate to be that burden. Yeah, it sounds like a lot. That's what I mean. It's just a lot on the other person. Hey Bernie, how are you? Sorry, you've come in at the wrong time. I'm having a depressing chat. It's not that depressing. Just about death, really. I don't even know how we got into that.
So, we did the off-market day. The apartment was so well received, and I did get an offer. He came in at 5'4", and I pushed. I pushed, and
how about locked-in syndrome? Do you know what? With locked-in syndrome, I don't know if it's the only condition, but it's one of the only conditions that you actually can't you can't opt for euthanasia, because you technically can't. There's no way to prove that you're consenting to it. Yeah, because a lot of the time, all that you can do is sort of like, I believe you can sometimes move your like eyeballs, and as of right now, like, there's nothing that can prove that person is consenting. So yeah, I agree, that must be absolutely awful, because I don't know, that's the stuff of nightmares. Because imagine, like, mentally, like, you're functioning fine, you're understanding everything, but you just can't do anything. Yeah. And if you didn't want to be here any longer, you can't even say that. You can't even do anything. Like, yeah, that just sounds awful.
Alright, you know, it's a bummer. 5'5" is an incredible.
You did jump out of a perfectly fine plane earlier today.
I know that I need to prove myself. There is no
That's true. That was a positive. Torture. Kind of reminds me of the video clip of Metallica 1.
I cannot lose.
What video clip? Let me look this up. I don't think I've seen it, this music video.
Hey, Harlan? Hey, Ryan. Hey, man. Good to see you.
Oh, actually, do you know what? I'm just seeing it now, actually. I think I have seen this before.
2 agents coming, Niall and Chloe, and we'll see kind of who you feel comfortable with, and then we'll get rocking, we'll get this place sold. Okay, great.
I don't get intimidated by big listings. I get excited by it. The bigger the better for me. This is my opportunity to prove to Ryan I can be a top star of this company.
Selling a $20 million property requires $20 million worth of expertise. And Chloe's out of her league. I mean, give me a real challenge, Ryan. Put me next to somebody like you.
So this is them.
Ryan.
Is that the plant?
It is. It is.
How are you? So Harlan, this is Niall.
Harlan, no longer. This is for you. It's a philodendron. It's native.
Hope is based on a World War I movie. Johnny got his gun. Character uses all in speech, sight, and hearing.
Nice to meet you.
Where are we supposed to put this?
Wherever.
have seen this music video before.
would make the most sense is...
Yeah, I do remember that clip. I have seen that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, just imagine sort of being like that and... I don't know. Like, you have no choice but to sort of be.
So you have a view of Hudson Yards right there. So we found the east side, Weinfeld, and this was his first commission in America. And I just fell in love with his work down in Brazil.
He's the 360 building.
Yeah,
That's us.
yes, yeah.
Issei essentially revolutionized the industry in Sao Paulo. The 360 building is 62 houses with yards, and they're all stacked on top of each other. Nothing like that has ever been done before.
This, Adrian, where else do you find this type of outdoor square footage in the heart of a living space?
You have the art on the inside, and you're letting the art of the city in as well. Inside out. See, now
I think hearing you two, I would agree with that. Euthanasia. I mean, yeah. I mean, everyone. Like, I respect everyone's sort of thing, but yeah, me personally, I just think let people sort of do what they want to do.
Let's show on the rooftop.
Okay. East side. He's also known for staircases. This is awesome. Anytime I see a staircase, he would do it differently.
I read an article about him. He says he doesn't like to do anything twice because he wants to continue exploring the human condition and existence.
Oh my God.
Very cool.
Over 4,500 square feet of exterior space that's larger than most penthouses in and of themselves. You know, you've got the edge up there,
What a view.
and then you got a pool.
Which is so rare for New York. That's where you're going and we lose this pitch. I'm saying it now.
Oh, were you expecting an infinity edge pool with this huge, massive view? You know, we just don't have time for 2 laps. We dip.
With the engineering, structural engineering, how long did that take to figure out?
Did you have the second ice lolly? No, I didn't. I was trying to be good. However, I said I'm trying to be good, but I realised I have this. My friend got me, you know, Lindt, the chocolate make, but it's a Lindt hot chocolate. And it looks really nice. I was thinking of having that instead. I was thinking if I had the ice lolly as well, it might make it a bit sickly. So really, I've not been very good because the Lindt hot chocolate is probably a lot worse for me.
This guy, I mean, he's done incredibly artistic stuff throughout his career. It's amazing.
Redeem stretch.
It's going to take a lot more than flat to win a $20 million listing, Chloe.
Why don't we go back downstairs and they'll each tell you why they're individually awesome, and then you and I will talk. Okay.
Cool. All right, thank you.
I think Matt and Chloe are both capable. They're both great choices. It's really up to Harlan.
Okay, Harlan. As you know, my name is
It's just always important to be very clear what you want in case something happens.
My team's
We were talking about friends. My friend said he wanted to be cremated.
didn't do that by just putting
And
something
then
on
after he died, I went back.
an event or two, hoping it sells. We're being strategic with social media. We're going to create output on a daily and weekly basis. If I'm not speaking to 1, 2, 3 buyers on a daily basis about a property, that's going to be a problem. So what we do,
I always try and talk to my parents about like what they want, and they don't like the conversation. They just call me very morbid.
cross-sell them on this. So
I
I have
don't know. I don't think I'm morbid. I just think it's good to know what people want. It's like when I'm just like, oh, would you want your organs donated? Would you want this done? Would you want that done? They're just like, oh, don't talk about that. I just think like it's not talked. Like people don't speak about it enough, and then I think that's why a lot of people don't cope as well when people die. I mean, I'm not saying actually grief is hard because actually even when you prepare, it's still like, I mean, my granddad passed away 5 years ago, and I still haven't properly dealt with that. So I suppose it isn't that, but I just think it's good to know what people want. Because I think that when people die as well, there's so much stress on other people to get it right, and yeah. I feel like it shouldn't be so like such a not spoken about subject. People should speak about it more.
The next thing is identifying the right buyer, and what I've seen work is experiential marketing to.
I'm not a parent, I think. Hi, Dad. but I would want my kids to know, even if it would make it easier for them. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's like, yeah, that's why I want to sort of like, why I bring the conversation up with my parents. I'm just, because I've seen my parents go through it with their, well, like my dad with his dad, like my mum, like with her mum. And it just looks like super stressful when you don't know. So I just think it's much, yeah, it's nicer to know like what people want. I think that's the same about like, you know, in hospitals, like we have like DNAR, so do not attempt resuscitation. And I just think that there's like, people don't speak about what a DNAR is enough. So I think as soon as people hear like, oh my God, you've got a DNAR on my mum or my dad or whoever, and straight away it's like, you're just gonna let them die. And it's not at all, it's just because the likelihood of them surviving a cardiac arrest, it will actually probably, like, that decision isn't made easily. Like, the doctors go through a lot, and a lot of the time it's because, you know, I don't know, 98-year-old Doris, who is completely bedbound, if we jump on her chest and do compressions, I'm likely going to break all of her ribs. Like, we've had it before where we've had really, like, unwell patients, like, very brittle patients. I've definitely broken ribs before doing CPR. Like, when the DNAR shouldn't be in place, but if the DNAR isn't in place, then we have to do it. And like, when someone is like really, really elderly and very weak, especially if they are like sort of bedbound or whatever, you literally go down on their chest and you feel it's like the most disgusting feeling. It's like such a cringy feeling, and like you've got to carry on, and you're doing more damage because then the rib's likely gonna puncture the lung, and it's just, yeah, you're actually, in the end, you're doing more damage than good. And yeah, sure, we might get their heart beating again, but they're going to be in absolute agony. Yeah, it's so difficult knowing what like people want. It's like my dad, even him, like, I'm a nurse, I'll go talk to him about everything, and he's just like, yeah, I'd want to live, like, I don't care in which way, which capacity, like, I'd want to live. Like, when I've tried to speak about like DNARs and stuff with him, like, just for in the very far future, and he's just like, yeah, I'd want anything to keep me alive. It doesn't matter like what state I'm in. Whereas I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, if my quality of life wasn't there, then yeah, just don't prolong my suffering, please. And then my mum's quite similar in that sense to me. And it's weird with my dad, I don't know if he just doesn't get it, or maybe like he does just have a completely different like perspective to me. I don't think I want to hug you anymore. I like my ribs. I don't just go around breaking people's ribs for no reason. Or any reason, rather. It's accidental. Just make sure you've got a DNAR in place and you'll be fine. Because I won't attempt it. I didn't know that happened. You can actually break ribs. Yeah, again, not purposefully. Like, not purposefully. Please don't take that from this. Like, genuinely, like, you're just... if people are quite weak and brittle, then... yeah, if you're pushing down... yeah. What's the longest CPR that you've done? Oh, that's a hard one. I think it's probably when I was in A&E, we did CPR. Oh, I think it went on, like the whole process sort of went on for about, it was way over an hour. It was for a child. He'd got hit by a bus. I think he was about 11 or 12. Obviously it wasn't me doing it the whole time, like that's never the case, like you're always swapping in because, you know, after a minute or so, like your compressions become too weak because you get tired. But yeah, that probably went on for about, it was over an hour definitely. That's probably the longest that I've ever been involved in. Yeah. Yeah, over an hour. I think probably it was maybe like an hour and 20 minutes. Like they were trying all in all, but that wasn't just compressions. That was like shocking, like adrenaline, everything in between. But the child didn't survive. But I have seen that, like, depending on age and when it's a child and stuff, I don't know, there's, I suppose, a thing to go on longer. I don't know. I mean, we don't stop until the doctors call it, basically. Military is different, I guess. We stopped after a few minutes. Really? But then I suppose you're in, like, a sort of, I don't know, it's like a dangerous environment, whereas I suppose we're in like a proper equipped environment for it, maybe. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like a lot of the time they do try like really hard in hospital. Like a lot of the time, like as standard, it's 20-30 minutes at least. I mean, some, like, you already know they're pretty much gone, so they do get called really early. But yeah, that one with the kid, that was a lot. It was a very, very big, I'll never forget that, because I think it was also like one of my first, I think it was like one of the first like children I'd seen die. And yeah, there was a very, very big family, and like afterwards I went with one of my colleagues because the family kept coming in. Anyway, then the family were just, I do find a lot of the time when you are doing stuff like this, the family will shout things out about like you must save my blah 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 because of this, because of that. And I mean, I understand it because they're probably thinking the more they tell you things, like it will make you try harder. But I mean, we try hard no matter what. Like there's no favouring anything. Like you're trying your best to keep anyone alive. But one of the things that she'd said was like he was a IVF baby and he was an IVF twin and they'd tried for ages. I don't know. But I think when it, just because it was a child, like it made it so much worse. I think when you see like a child or a young person die, it's just like, it does feel a bit more like eerie because I suppose they just have so much longer to, like you think about, they have so much potential, so much more in life to live. Yeah, you can't compare it, I guess. You have to make many choices in a very limited amount of time. Yeah, I imagine in the military, like you've got so many other things on your mind, whereas we've got all the resources in a hospital to sort of take our time and make those decisions, whereas, oh my god, I can't imagine it in the military. I don't think I'd be cut out for that. Yeah, that'd be really difficult. Because I suppose you've got to be really strict with what you do. I feel like one of my weaknesses is trying to help everyone. So, yeah. I don't think that would work because you have to be very strict with your time and I suppose resources and everything in the military. Oh, thanks for the follow, Fim. Throw this in the bin. I might lay down. Tired. No, I feel like if I eat anymore, I'm actually gonna burst.
Giving you leave that you can't close. Got it. I don't think you should tell me right now, but it's in my best interest to say, boys.
Oh, just put that there. Yeah, I ate that really big pizza earlier because I hadn't eaten earlier because I didn't know what to eat before the skydive. Because I was just scared that I'd like throw up. So what did I have? I think early this morning when I woke up, I had a banana. That was literally all I ate. So then afterwards, when I got home, me and my friend were like, right, let's go just get a pizza. And I demolished that whole thing, and you know, you've just eaten so much. Can I have one then? Yes, come and help yourself. I literally, the whole top drawer of my freezer is just ice cream. Yeah. I think this summer, like, I was just like, because this is my first summer living, like, on my own out with my parents. Is it my first summer? Or maybe, like last summer I was here, but I think this is the first time I was just like, I'm an adult and I can actually just fill my freezer with ice cream if I want to. So I did. And the whole top drawer of my freezer is literally ice cream. I'm just a big kid who is very easily pleased. What ice cream would you like? I have Snickers. I have Mars. I have that watermelon ice lolly. Where's the remote gone? Yeah. Oh my god, I have this coffee ice cream, which is so good. Colombian coffee. Which is really, really nice. Snickers, no problem. Coming up. This is a really big mistake laying down here because I totally fall asleep. I'm off tomorrow, but I think I'm going in anyways. What's that? Just to, like, catch up on work, or you just feel like going in? I just popped back. You look so cute. Do I? Are you sleeping out? I am feeling a little bit sleepy. As I was saying, this was probably a mistake laying down. But it feels really good. But I don't want to fall asleep here. I don't mind falling asleep on the sofa, but I get annoyed when I wake up on the sofa because I end up, like, I don't know. I feel like when I was little it was fine because, like, my dad would just carry me to bed. I don't have that anymore. I have to carry myself to bed from the sofa, which is not nice. I love my co-workers. They're just fun to be around at the office. That's cool. I feel like it's nice when you have that in a job. Yeah. See, my job, it's just very much dependent. Sometimes you might have a nice team on. Other times, like, the team is just... yeah. You just don't want to be with any of them. We all have terribly dark humour. Oh, I feel like I would fit right in. I love dark humour. I feel like when I work in, like, theatres, which is like the operating room, I don't know what it's called in other places, I find most people who work in that environment have really like dark humour, and I love it. That's somewhere I'd probably pop back into. Hi Lottie, how are you, mate? I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you?
Oh, honey, what's going on?
Plus I'm the only guy on the floor, so you'd just be one of the girls. There we go. That sounds perfect. There you go. I'll just pop into your office. That sounds kind of fun. Good, Rakan. Good. Oh yeah. Let's see what my actual. I don't think my heart. I haven't actually checked my heart rate since I jumped. Okay, apparently I'm having a workout right now. I hate this. I go on to my thing. Apparently I was running. My heart rate. The max today was 127. Okay, it looks around the time that I jumped. It's not actually that high. I thought it'd be a lot higher. I'm tired. I am feeling tired. I am. First time you stream, I've done a couple of streams, not sleeping, but you are right, most of them are of me sleeping. It's been a while. I wasn't sure I was gonna go on, so this is a very much last minute. I just thought I would just pop on.
You not wearing your ring. Okay, that's fine. I'm just like, you guys are like.
I thought you were an AI. That was sleeping, but not anymore. I think I saw someone say that not that long ago. They were like, "I'm reporting you," because I don't know, it was what they said it was, like a recording or something. They were like, "She's clearly recording because she's not moving." I have noticed that I don't actually move that much sometimes when I'm in my sleep. Or like if I'm in one position, I'll be there for ages, especially on my back. But I feel like that's normal, right? If you're in a deep sleep.
Before you got here, she was opening up about something.
I'm so glad she opened up to you, except for her best friend.
I didn't have enough eyes to be AI.
Why would she not talk to you about this? You got here a little bit later. We've had a few drinks. Why don't you tell me what's going on?
Sometimes I don't trust you, Chloe.
Why?
Because I feel like you're gonna cry and you're gonna ask me questions that I'm not ready to answer.
Jake, you don't tell me anything. It hurts my feelings. You should be able to confide in me and tell me things. Should we interrupt? All you do is call me and be like, everything's great. Business is wonderful.
Okay, so, I found out that Matt had cheated. Not once.
With the same person? Different people? How did you find out? Did he tell you? Did he tell you? What happened?
I got a DM from someone, and I'm like, what? And, I've been, holding everything together.
Yo. Hey, Jack. How are you?
Trying to be perfect and, do this thing and,
Oh my god, laying down makes me so much more tired.
Okay. But then I get upset, to be honest. I get upset and I get resentful. Because it's like you're talking to everyone but me. Like, everyone but me. I don't get it.
my husband cheated on me, and she finds a way to make it about herself. 17,000 followers on Instagram. It's gonna change tomorrow, but it's started.
I thought also means messenger in the Arabic language. How's Dex? Dex is good. However, he got stuck last night. So I was blow drying my hair yesterday before I went to bed, and I was like usually I'll before I had Dexter, I'll like hoover afterwards. But I was like, it's fine because like Dexter will go around and mop. So I was in bed, and then my phone started vibrating, and it was like Dexter's stuck, and there's like a little side brush thing on it, and it was quite nasty, I guess, because it was like all clumps of my hair, but it basically got stuck on my hair. But it was just funny, like, because it was like Dexter's stuck, and then it was like, help me. I was like, oh, that's quite cute. But anyway, then I come downstairs and I sort of took all the hair out with the brush, and then it was fine. It carried on mopping. I love it so much. Yeah, I feel like it's the best investment ever, but it's definitely made me really lazy. Like, not lazy actually, that's not the right word, but I was cleaning my shower yesterday, and I was just like, this is so long, I need a robot to do that as well. Like, it just makes me not want to do anything. And the spot cleaning, remember when I did it that time on stream? I've actually used that. The other day, like, I don't know, I must have walked something in the front door. I was like, went on the app and got Dexter to go and do this little spot, and it felt so petty because I probably just could have done it myself, but I suppose I didn't pay all that money for nothing.
It's very bare bones right now, but we'll get some plans, a little bit of staging to make it feel a little more homey. With its own.
How was Hump? Hump was good. Yeah, I'm assuming you meant Jump. Yeah, the Jump. It was good. It was really, really good. I loved it. I'll take that. It sounds a bit deeper than what I intended. That's what I was thinking when I read it.
I think this opens up the room more. So we put a couch here, table there, chair somewhere over there. There's a conversation area, it's not a TV area.
Right. Okay, that was nice. So this isn't the biggest apartment for us, but there's no reason to just focus on the big.
Us doing, let's say, 200, 300 reviews a year makes more sense, and then we still have the $19 million ones, right?
With our.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. You look content. Do you know what? I feel it at the moment. Yeah, I feel good. I feel like today has been a good day.
We are so good at executing fast. Time is money, and I want to execute and do this as quick as possible and make everybody happy as quick as possible.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, people assume like, oh, she's just a pretty girl. Like, I get that all the time. She's just a pretty face. Oh, she's just a social media girl. She's just a model girl. So I work at Sirhan because Ryan understands social media better than anybody else. So don't.
4-day weekend is so good. So good. How long have you been doing that now? Where you just do the freezer days? When are you working next? I'm back tomorrow night. I'm doing tomorrow night, Saturday, maybe Sunday night. Yeah.
However, Ryan is kind of like family to me. I've done everything from like his Christmas shopping. I was at his wedding. I was the first person in his office to hold Zena. I've been there through it all. You know, whether it's fair or unfair, it is what it is, and I put my time in, so I don't know what to tell them. But
Will you stream over the weekend? Yeah. I mean, there'll be sleep streams, but I will. Once I've finished work.
But it's just going to be a total waste of both of our time. Yes.
It's 5,000 a foot. I got him to come up to $50 million. He's got to totally gut renovate the place. It'll be the single highest purchase price in history. So I'll get it done.
Been doing it since I got long COVID. They wanted me to stop working for half a year entirely, but I can't do that. I'll die if I stop working. You're like my dad. I feel like the minute he stops, that'd be like,
how are you?
yeah.
I'm good.
But I get it. I suppose if you're if you've been used to doing that, and then it just comes to like a halt, then yeah.
I was there for a colleague's sister's wedding. Okay.
Have you always just done the 3 days in a row? Have you ever like split them up? Like when I was full time, like with nursing, you usually do like, it's either like 3 to 4 shifts a week, which sounds easy, but then I suppose they're 12.5-hour shifts. I used to like putting them all together, just get like banging them out, and then like say do like 3 long shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I hate that. You know when you feel like you're gonna sneeze and then it doesn't come. What was I saying? Yeah, I used to like putting them together because I was like, yeah, then I'll have 4 days off. But then I just found like the longer I went on doing it, those 4 days, I was shattered. Like, I couldn't even enjoy it. So I started to split them up. But then if they were normal hours, I'm sure it would be a lot easier. I was used to working 6 or 7 days a week. Worked for my employer while also being self-employed. But stepped down to 3 days a week. It's actually the perfect call. I've been doing that for 9 months now. That sounds good. And do you still like do your other stuff as well as like being self-employed?
And the plaza. It was originally built in the early 1900s, and it used to be all hotel rooms at one point. Until 2007, they converted part of the building to private condo residences. I mean, it's the most amazing location, you know, right on Central Park South and 5th Avenue. It's probably the most significant New York City address that there is. So remember the call that we had with the owner, and we basically said someone owes us a favor for staging. Yes. And so I've tried talking to every stager in New York City. Unfortunately, no one wants to work for free, as you can imagine. I know. It's very annoying. The owner will not pay for it. Because if you see this price again for that unit, 10 and 5. And who pays for it? Daddy with us? Does it mean? Yes.
Sometimes I only take side jobs that seem fun to me. I can never be making this money and my bills are pretty low. Yeah, I remember you saying that. I think that's it, like, just not live basic, but just live the basic things that you sort of need. And like you said, your mortgage is paid off. Oh, that sounds like a dream. I've just started and it sounds like it feels like it's never ever gonna end. Like, I know it will, but yeah.
Alexa, play Healing Frequency.
Healing Frequencies and similar songs on Amazon Music.
Oh my god, why did Amazon just play that? Alexa, turn off. That was weird. I don't know if you heard it. It was like playing, I don't even know what song it said, but it was like playing blah 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 and similar songs. I didn't ask it to play anything.
Where I was like, crap, I need to get like a team, like a spiritual football team of people to sort of guide me where I need to be guided.
So we're gonna breathe. Take a deep breath. Hold it for 3. Yeah, we did. This is really emotional. Your chart, which is what's happening.
Yeah, I think for me, just work is the most important thing to me.
Sure. You know, there's a really good run, especially for relationships, partnerships, clients.
I've been negotiating with this one guy, and it's going pretty well.
Maybe 7.4 is something I'm willing to agree to.
Let me present it.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
You know, should I try to tie up all these negotiations?
Yes. Would be nice. Venus is retrograde. You know,
I did work my cute thing to buy stuff for about 7 years though, to get the apartment paid for. I just wanted that part done. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, just put as much into it as possible. It just, in the long run, I suppose it's definitely worth it. Yeah. Oof. I think of that and then I'm just like, I also want to go back to uni and that's going to be so much more money. I need to make a decision on that by the end of the month. So like I've looked into, so there's a couple, I can't get comfortable now. There's a couple of the courses I was looking at for the master's degrees, and there's 2 of them that have like a foundation year. So the master's degrees for what I want to do are 2 years long. They start next September. But the ones with the foundation year, they start this year. One starts the end of this month and the other one's like mid-October. So yeah, I need to decide. Like if it's for the 2 years one, it's fine. I can actually make a decision next year even. But I don't know what to do. Like the bonus with the foundation years is I get more credits, so if I then wanted to go on and do the PhD in the future, it will help. I don't know if I want to do the PhD, but I never thought I'd want to do a master's either, to be honest. And also the placements on the 3-year programme looks better, but it's like more expensive. And the foundation degree, like the fact that the first year before the masters is actually more expensive than the actual masters. So I'm just like, I don't know. Everything's just so expensive. You're young. You're still young. You have a bit of time. True. True.
Well, before that, like, I should have considered what you were feeling. Yeah. I thought because you fired her, like, you just didn't care at all, but I should have came to you, you know? Yeah. So my bad on that. I just want to do deals, do business. I mean, we're here. Yeah. You know? It's honestly water under the bridge. And, like, you know I love you. Chloe is like a fireball of energy. I love her ambition. I think sometimes she feels...
Start off what?
She doesn't really want to be. And sometimes that gets in the way of business. Look, we're moving forward. I'm happy that you're here. Tell me about your bio. So he's an influencer. He really needs privacy. Okay. So I love that there's, you know, the doorman downstairs. This building is kind of on a side street. He really, really wants high ceilings like this. Yeah. And these types of...
I never went uni. I kind of always rolled into a line of work. Never applied for a job in my life. I feel very lucky. That's cool. It seems like it all worked out like how it was supposed to, I guess. Oh. I read that. I don't know what I read off. I was like, what are you on about? Start off on what? Start OnlyFans. I don't know about that.
Guests to luxuriate. This is where the magic happens. Okay, now we're talking. This feels like a real primary. Let me show you the closet. Okay. Yeah, you can tell him here. A very straight, single man. But the space is good. The space is
I'm sure of your 800 followers here, half would sib at least. I know that meant sub, but sib sounds cool. I don't know. I don't know if it's for me. I've never actually like seen anyone on OnlyFans, but I don't think that. Yeah. I don't know.
split a check.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Table for one, for two, and here. Let's do 2 glasses of the Paula Ren.
2 glasses of alright?
Yes. Thank you so much.
I'm only playing with you.
Oh wow, you're on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, you didn't make me uncomfortable.
This is so cute. I know.
But you would 1,000% make money.
It's for the New York homeless, you know? Usually, like, when we're sitting outside North Carolina, you're hearing birds chirp or cicadas. New York is, not for everyone sometimes, so I get it. You always have me. If you ever need anything, I could be the mom. Big sister. Big sister.
I honestly see so many streaming girls going that way, only to end up disappointed.
Well, cheers to New York, to real estate.
As in, like, they probably think they're gonna, like, earn
As I say in Polish,
a lot of money and stuff. I get messages, like,
lots of the cars.
what's your OnlyFans? Or where's it linked? I'm just like, I don't have it. I don't know.
Was excited for us.
I don't know.
Because we've had things in the works, some things planned, but I didn't know you were working with Jonathan. I was like kind of taken aback. I felt kind of blindsided because I thought it was just you and me together. Are you like officially with Jonathan? We became friends, and he was like, I would love to work with you, and I would love for us to really like do things together. So kind of like it was one of those things that like it just felt so right.
I mean, he's 26. Like, he's brand new.
I mean, there are many entrepreneurs who are very successful at a young age, right? Like you can't say like just because someone is 26, 27, they're not capable of doing something. Yeah.
The problem is some will sub, and then somehow your content is leaked and people... Yeah, I suppose that's true. I never really thought about that.
I love to partner with a lot of people.
Because, yeah, I suppose if people are, like, paying for something and then...
There's a little bit of pressure on me.
And get it for free elsewhere or whatever, yeah.
If Savannah wants to work with me. I ultimately don't know why
I like that you don't.
I'm responsible for her growth. But, like, I never want to do you wrong. That's not my intention. I'm not that kind of person. Like, I want to be your friend, and I want us to do business together.
What do you think about the possibility of just all of us joining forces?
I mean, I like...
Open to it. I think what
Is it only, like, on there? Is it only, like, sort of, like, X-rated stuff? Like, is there ever, like, things on there where it's not?
I'm excited.
Like, it was something, like, where it was not...
Cheers.
I suppose X-rated, but then who would pay for that at the same time, I suppose, yeah. And you have to commit if you're asking for money, and that can be very time consuming. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I can get away with sleep streams because I'm shattered from work and then I'll just go to sleep and stream that. And if you had to do like content or whatever in between all of that.
There are brokers
Yeah.
that spend their whole lives and careers trying to get listings like this.
I don't know.
It's a privilege and an honor to be working on this with Ryan, and
I know a streamer that doesn't do X-rated at all.
so I need to sell this.
Just spicy. So just like, I don't know, like sexy clothing or whatever.
Look at this. This is the first time I'm seeing
And do they like, are they doing well? Like as in, for themselves?
Isn't that crazy? Just a picture. It's a moment. We're on the 16th floor, so we're perched pretty high.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, or behind the scenes of streaming, but not with the intent to make a lot of money. Yeah, so just like an extra bit on the side, I guess. Yeah, that's cool.
Sophisticated, elegant plaza.
This is amazing.
So there's 163 condos in the building, and then there's still the classic hotel side. They share, like all of the amenities. You've got white glove service, the palm court restaurant, the champagne bar, exactly. You've got the spa services, the gym. This is like a world-class building. Here's the primary, 2 Juliet balconies. Let me show you over here.
If you're gonna live in a hotel,
Alexa, turn the smart bulb orange.
Do it.
Okay.
That was yellow, but sure.
So basically,
To be honest, most girls that end up going that route do because they've been full-time streaming and realise they have bills to pay. And for many, streaming doesn't cover bills.
we found this woman based in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
$27,000 to stage the whole home. So we have to sell it because
I suppose then, like, maybe during COVID and stuff like that must have, like, gone up a lot, like, people doing that with a lot of people, like, losing their jobs and stuff.
the company we work with for Stuyvesant, that was $23,000. I mean, our photos look like
I mean, I see a lot of, like, I don't know, just, like, posts on Instagram and stuff, and when people comment and they're just like, oh, it's just an easy way to make money. I mean, it doesn't look easy to me. I feel like you said, it looks very time consuming. And I don't know, it just seems like, I don't know, I wouldn't say that it looked easy. Definitely not.
It just looked like it was furnished. It should have been staged. There's a difference. Just, I think you could have gotten a bit more for your money. And if you're selling a $10 million apartment at the Plaza in Manhattan at Central Park, you gotta know the difference. It's kind of hard to find your $10 million buyer. Don't forget the hat.
Exactly.
Despite all of the commotion from the party,
Long time no see.
we have 3 offers on the table so far. And now it's time to convert a vision into monetary value. Etienne, welcome to one of the most unique buildings in all of New York. I've put so much time and so much energy into this building. Events, social media, partnerships with art galleries. Really, really good. I made that building sexy as
Yeah, because it's fake as well. You're acting and available to everyone, which may be different.
we did list it for $10 million.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And
That makes sense.
$7.4 million offer.
I don't know, I just stick to Twitch and support streaming through here. Most free donations are good, because that good gets them the most. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers, cheers.
Thank you.
You don't need to be a boring man in a suit to sell commercial.
I don't even know why or when I started streaming. I mean, I know when, sorry. I think maybe like 3 months ago. But I don't know why. I was just, I remember like my first stream, I think I'd been thinking about it for like maybe like a week before. And I remember I was just like sitting down, I was just like, fuck it, let me just go live. I remember I was listening to, I think it was like Taylor Swift's new album or something. Because obviously I wasn't like affiliate or anything, so I didn't get any I didn't get copywritten or anything for playing music. And then I just got talking to a couple of people and it was just kind of cool and I just enjoyed it. And then, yeah, since then, I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it. I think as well, for someone like me, like, I know, sure, like, I'm on his streaming, but I am, like, really, like, I'm very introverted. So I was surprised that I liked it, to be honest.
Awards is an annual award
My hair looked so nice earlier. It's just gone all frizzy now where I've been laying down.
It's super exciting for me this year because so many survey agents are nominated.
Are you ready to visit?
Of course I am. I'm excited to meet up.
I mean, don't forget, we're the number 6th real estate brokerage in New York City. Hello. How are ya? As a new company, to see my own agents being recognized in front of all the
What about sleep?
those other firms better watch out.
Oh, the sleep streams. Where did they come from? Do you know what? I think it was, I'd started streaming, so I was literally just doing, what was I doing? I was doing just chatting, I was doing like colouring in and stuff. And then I decided that I wanted to go back to uni, so I started working loads of night shifts to just earn money. But I also still wanted to carry on streaming. And then I think I just streamed one of my sleeps and it sort of did alright. So yeah, then since then I was like, if I can't get around to doing like normal sort of streams, I'll do it that way. It's kind of cool because then I chat to people before I go to sleep and when I wake up. And I kind of enjoy it. I don't know, I just stick to... Oh, I read that bit. I don't think I ever could, even though I probably have a good setup for streaming. You should just try it. I really didn't think I would like it. I think in my head I was just like, fuck it, if I don't like it, sorry for swearing, but yeah, if I don't like it then I just won't do it again.
People say, oh, you're just a social media model, you can't sell real estate. But she can. And so I want her to win this award so that other people can start seeing what I see in her.
Goes to Jessica Markowski from Sirhan.
The sleep ones get a lot of views. I know, I feel like I'm partially offended that people prefer me asleep than awake. That says a lot about about my personality, doesn't it? Yeah, we actually prefer you when you're asleep. No, I'm joking, yeah. I don't know why they do alright, but yeah, they do decent.
I'm doing something right, and Ryan saw it before I got an award. So, Ryan is like a magician in his own right. He knows before it's known.
What is the cocktails? What do you want?
Just a champagne. What are you?
I think I'm the bubbly one.
Yeah. Cheers. I'm excited for us. We had an amazing week, and I mean, what's next week? So, I met with Savannah. She wants to work with us.
So my issue with Savannah is this, right? If she is on the team, it would be like, she would be like a runner and she would have to be trained. And like she would have no say in anything. And I don't think she would like that. I mean, you have a say, because ours is 50-50, but for me, I don't want her on the team. Partnering with Savannah is not a good idea because she doesn't bring anything to the table. She has no niche, she has no anything. She's new, so she needs to start from where I started from the beginning. Let's say Ryan gave her a $2 million listing right now. What the fuck would she do with that? She would drop it. You know, to prove yourself, hone those skills. It was like before I even did any sales, I just did rentals.
Hey again, had to disappear before I'm back. Hey Bernie. To be honest, I think I'm gonna go to bed soon. I can feel myself drifting to sleep here. I'm really comfortable. You know, the worst thing is though, is I know that I'll go upstairs and I'll lay in bed for ages not being able to sleep. Excuse me. Yeah, but I know if I stay here, I'll just wake up really uncomfortable later. And I'll regret that, so I think it'll be better to just go to bed.
She doesn't even have any numbers, and I doubt she will.
I'm here for your humour always. Sarky but cute with it and darling. Oh, okay, dark a little bit, I guess. Darling, I like that. Sarky but cute. I feel instead of dark, we'll go with darling.
What's wrong? You okay? Sal?
Jonathan sent me an email. He said, it's not about what brokerage you're at, it's about this is just like so unnecessary, and it's just really annoying. Like, I know I shouldn't care because he's an idiot, but like I feel stupid for crying about this, but he's stupid. It's just unnecessary because I don't like to see you crying and young. Okay. It's okay.
Standard falling asleep on the sofa is easy in bed at night. Yeah, I know. It's so annoying. So annoying.
I'm just so exhausted and tired of
Are you working tomorrow?
like this. He goes, I'm not sure why you would go and say anything like that. Say anything like what? What is he talking about? The way he talks is... I fucking know. Jessica told him. What happened? I told Jessica, you shouldn't be working with someone as inexperienced as Jonathan. It's okay. It's okay. Just breathe. Fuck Jonathan. Goodbye, little clown town. Goodbye. Goodbye forever. You are not going to worry about it. You're going to keep your chin up. You're a rock star and do not stress. Thank you. We're serious. Do not. No tears over that. Ever.
I don't have work until Monday. Oh, very nice. Are you just off, or have you just got a long, like, do you have long weekends?
So rude.
Hello, good evening.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm always good, thank you.
Good. You look pretty. Why?
I've been off all week. I was in London until Wednesday this week.
I think this is the first time.
Oh, nice. I bet you're dreading going back then. I hate it when I'm off. And I think I remember you saying actually before that you were going to London. Yeah, I do remember. That came around very quick.
Being on time. What else?
Did you have a nice time?
Just not bolting things in. I think you're pretty good at that already. I think you're pretty good at letting out your emotions. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see what happened at what is the Red Awards? Markowski, accepted some award for Influence of the Year or something. Can't stand her. I think she's great, to be honest. Give me a break. I can't stand her or Jonathan. Look, I think that if she were to leverage her following and from a strategic route, I think she has a lot of potential. She doesn't have enough brain cells in her brain to make sense of 1 + 2 = 3. I think she has a lot of potential. I don't know too much about Jonathan. He's a snake. I mean, from the first time we met him at Soho House, he was throwing his best friend under the bus and saying, "Oh, I did $100 million in my first year." I'm like, my dude, you were on someone's team who did that. It just everything about it is a lie. Yeah. And then, from what I understand, he's now bullying Savannah, and I'm like, step the fuck off. Chloe's energy is just so negative all of the time. I have enough bad energy at home. Step off. I can't deal with it anymore. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot that we just haven't talked about. So sure haven't. Yeah. It was a bit of a bombshell drops on me at Jordan's with them. Right now, I'm going through a fucked up time because somebody who I thought I was not longer than you, somebody who I was with for 7 years. Yeah. 7 years, Chloe. One of my best friends. It's a lot. So you have to understand when I'm going through this. Don't take it out on me. I've worked so hard and anything that's a distraction. So I can't deal with your emotions. My emotions? Chloe, don't I'm take not that sitting here crying. Chloe, that's not please don't take that offensively. I don't understand what you mean. What do you mean my emotions? When I'm going through something, I can assume. Let's just say Leon cheated on you. Yeah. I would be pissed. To be honest, that'd be more likely than Matt cheating on you. This is crazy. Yeah. So. But for some reason, I'm not a bad guy. What does your shaman say about that? Oh, that's cute. Look, I don't know why you feel like you need to be mean to people. This is not being mean. This is being honest, Jade. I'm being honest. I've never once in my life woken up and said, you know what, I'm gonna be mean.
Hey, Zico. How are did 3 full days of busy tourist fun, and I was knackered afterwards, especially with walking and me and my dodgy knees. That's the only thing I think when you go to a city. I remember when I went to New York. Oh my god, when was that? I think it was like 2 years ago. Oh my god, I did so much walking. Like my legs, like my shins were hurting. I was doing like 20 to 30,000 steps a day. That was crazy. It was so good though. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you had fun.
And you're gonna say you don't trust me? What have you ever done for me, Jade? I've done everything for you.
I want more coffee, should I? I mean,
That's a lie. No, it's not.
I'm like a glutton for punishment, so yeah, go for it. Go for it. I mean, it's not like you have to be up tomorrow, it's just if you want to go in, so.
Gaslighting assholes. You wanna take over the men commercial. Really? You sound just like them. Honestly, Jade, like, feels a little bit like you and I had just outgrown each other. Unfucking believable.
I followed you because you're cool and don't have an link tree. I don't follow. Thank you, Rakan. Thank you. In fact, I'm getting one more coffee with a bit of whiskey. Ugh, whiskey tastes disgusting. I mean, I don't really like any alcohol, but yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, whiskey is not nice. I remember being younger and my granddad had some on top of like one of his cupboards, and I was like, you just want to be naughty. Maybe that's why I don't like alcohol, because I just downed a whole lot of it. Yeah. Lottie, do you dye your hair, mate? Yes, I do. I wish it was naturally white. Like white.
Trying to build a life that's not ordinary.
Camp Zena.
I send Zena little emails all the time about like what I did at work.
Do you like drink it neat?
I have this dream in my head.
Or like just like you said, like maybe in coffee or whatever?
I'll come and work in the business, and she'll ask me like how it all happened, and I'll say, "Here's this email I set up for you a long time ago. Go read them."
Let's go on a dance. Camp Zena Alina.
Oh my god.
What's happening, Dad?
I'm okay.
I suppose when people have whiskey, they only have like a little bit, right?
But at the end of the day, I just hope I make her proud.
All right, Zena, you ready?
I just feel like all alcohol tastes the same.
Princess.
Not the same, but
Queen Amelia.
all spirits, or I don't know.
Prince.
Just not for me. You don't drink or smoke. Such a good girl. I know. Such a good girl.
So what do we want to work on? New podcasts.
I think the AI subject is a good one to touch base on.
No rocks for me.
Because, I mean, we use ChatGPT.
So you're not even trying to dilute it with the ice.
So you should find someone that's a little bit more useful so that we can talk about it.
I'm walking into something right now, so I do have to run. Okay, bye.
Okay, well that's cool. I like how it could help benefit everyone in real estate, right?
Hi. How are you? Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah, I
Smell
am.
good.
Thank you.
Very rare.
Free.
Baccarat.
Baccarat. Yeah.
The
But
girl
I mixed it a little bit. Yeah. So I started
Speaking of alcohol, I'm off to a beer festival tomorrow in York. So I've got to get up at a reasonable time. So I'm off to bed.
It was just like
Good night, Bernie. Have fun tomorrow. Don't get too drunk.
You said some things. You want to work with people
Good night.
that has more experience with alcohol with them. So that's an insult.
it's an insult to you.
Yes,
Directly
that's
to
an
you.
insult. Directly to
That
me.
I want to work with experienced agents.
Experience has nothing
New
to
York,
do
haven't
with
been there in a long time.
right? I did $100 million.
When was the last time you went?
in a business.
You're on a team.
I didn't. It doesn't matter. I've done $550 million since I started. Yeah,
Okay.
Ryan recruited me.
2003. Oh my god, I was 1.
I would rather not go into detail about the whole process.
How long have you been in New York?
Why do you feel like I need to prove it to
My ex-girlfriend lived there.
You're the one that's coming in here.
That's cool, like it's such a good excuse to just go somewhere all the time. Bye Bernie.
And I'm letting you say those things. I'm not asking you to prove yourself.
Yeah, that's a cool excuse to just travel somewhere.
I already have.
That's what I'll do next time when I eventually decide I want to be in a relationship again. I'm just gonna go with someone that's
Jonathan's doing. No.
in another country,
I liked being friendly.
just so it'd be an excuse for me to travel everywhere.
Clearly, we shouldn't try to work together on any listings.
I think that'd be cool.
What do we benefit from you?
Okay.
I think we have stuff to do. Fucking Christ.
I'm a bit like that. Have you had girlfriends from like all over then?
I like those. Hello. Hey, John.
How are you?
What's up, man? Good to see you. All right.
Anything specific?
I just want to restock.
Yeah.
And the shoes up front are new, right?
Mm-hmm.
This thing that I'm watching at the moment is like houses and stuff in New York or Manhattan.
What are you wearing?
The prices are just crazy.
Fancy. How's your showing?
Absolutely crazy.
This is John D. John D. Jordan.
I'm Jordan. Nice to meet you.
We have the same style, actually. Can't you tell?
Yeah. Sort of. I used to shop for him. Now I'm shopping with him.
He did. He used to be my assistant.
Yeah.
The girl in New York lasted 7 years before her had a girlfriend.
It was for me.
And see, my last girlfriend was from Norway. Before that, Denmark.
There's certain airlines that he
Literally all over, just trying to get them other passports.
can only be first class. He can only be in 5-star hotels. The spa appointments, he always took care of.
That's how I'm feeling, Zico.
Secretly, he
Everything's sleepy.
didn't want to talk about.
I was trying to stay up a little bit late because I need to sleep
Like that, like I
all day. Well, not all day. I need to sleep most of the day today because I'm working tonight.
tucked in his calendar somewhere.
As in, like, Friday night.
See them. It was very good, wasn't it?
But I actually don't think I can.
So what is all
I'm
this?
feeling really, really tired.
Regular size? I feel like you've been doing that for 10 years.
I like blue. You should try this.
I think I will do, guys. I think I will.
Is that
I will stream on Saturday though,
Stop it.
after work on
eyebrow?
Friday night. So yeah, Saturday morning.
Gonna turn into you.
Yeah. Can you put him in something like this? I want to see what he looks like because he wears a lot of dark clothing. I think because it matches his inside. So if he could wear something light,
Are you gonna buy it for me?
whatever you want. Are you doing a ninja listening for me?
I'm really upset about these bloody leggings with the hole in them. It's actually very much upset me. I know it doesn't seem like I'm that upset, but I'm very upset. But yeah, good night everyone.
I should dress more like you. You should try this out. That full sleeve leg tattoo.
Oh wait, how cool is this? How it's like massive. It's just like a scrunchie. But usually they're a lot smaller. This one's huge. That's what I wore on my skydive today. Because otherwise my hair would have just been like basically like that.
I mean, generally, but
Bye.